Hi and welcome to this week's update on MakeTile. It's going to be a quick one this week. I've mostly been working in the background on the roof generators, but that's not finished yet. But in the meantime, I've implemented a little feature which was requested by somebody, which I thought was just a really good idea. And that's the ability to take any MakeTile material and overlay a grid on top of it. So if your adventurers are exploring a dungeon and you like to have a grid, you can do that with any of the materials. So I'll show you how this works, dead easy. Just going to delete my default cube, come over to MakeTile. I'm just going to create a rectangular floor and I'm going to use my cobbles material. Just going to come down here, switch EV on, and I'm just going to select the top of my tile and select the cobbles material. And then down here in the material options, all the way at the bottom, you'll find that there's a little button which says Gridify on it. So click on that and it'll overlay a grid onto your material. So if I then make that 3D, bump up the subdivisions a little bit, you can see that the material now has a grid, so you can print this out. And if you're not a fan of actually measuring how far your adventures are moving, you can just use the grids to tell you where to go. Okay, so as with any MakeTile thing, this is customizable, so you can change the thickness of the grid gap, you can change the scale, and you can rotate it around if you particularly fancy doing that. One sort of material which this is really useful for, I've found, is the custom image material. So if I open up a texture, let's try that one. What does that one look like? Yeah, so if I bring that texture in, just wait for it to compile, and let's scale that. It's probably going to be too strong. Click on Gridify. And then make 3D. And there we go, nice little sort of brick texture. So it's really good for just very quickly creating gridded textures for the interiors of buildings or dungeons or anything like that. So I reckon that the roofs, which are what's next on my plate, I might be able to finish off the first one by next week. If not, it'll be a couple of weeks, and then I'll start moving on to the S-type tiles, which are sort of the building interior type tiles. Anyway, I hope you find this little feature useful. You can download it now from Gumroad if you've bought it through there, or if you're a Kickstarter backer. Okay, bye for now.